Hello and welcome to another edition of Wrestling Talk. I'm Charles Laloma.
I'm Will D.
It's we're gonna get straight into it because there's so much to talk about, especially with the winning of the new Lucha Libre champion, and
the greatest luchador of all time.
Yes, Dominic Mysterio. Which since we're talking about it, it's like seesaw with all the audience. Some people are saying it's messed up because now they're putting their wrestlers into the Lucha Libre when they should have kept it the same. Some people are saying, great, that's a good thing. I'm just saying the champion was champion for too long for no reason. I watched the Lucha Libre, AAA. He was champion for too long, and he was over.
Well, okay, so
overhyped.
So here's the thing, right? I don't know if you remember when he won it, right? But
again, because remember he won it twice in his long term.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about when he had to beat Alberto.
Oh yeah, okay.
Right, and after the Alberto run, and then the whole management thing, yada yada, right? Like he was, they had him there because they're trying to build up the superstars, and they were working on the deal with AAA. So his reign,
right.
he had a Gunther reign. That's all it was, right? Now, if we're talking about in-ring capability, dude is good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's just not the most, and this is crazy to say about a luchador, but he's not the most charismatic.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So
even when he jumps off from the top rope, to the ground, there was something about it. I was like, huh.
I think it's just that it looks very
maybe
technical. Like it's cold. Something about it's not. There's no excitement to it.
Probably no flexibility, I guess.
I mean, he's doing something amazing, but like think about it, right? Look at a Swanton Bomb, right? And compare it to some of the other aerial splashes, and it's not anything overly like, oh my God, right? It's still crazy to think that someone would do that from those heights and from where he's done it, but there are guys who are spinning and twisting and flipping and all of that, right? And he just kind of like flips to his back and falls on you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This guy's doing all of that, but he doesn't have that charisma of like a Jeff Hardy. And that's the difference, right? The like even climbing up to the top rope and giving something to the fans. It just felt very like I'm trying to win.
Yeah,
business.
Yeah, it does.
It's cool.
But and then the whole controversy of him taking the belt anyway, it was because this guy was leaving and not leaving. He was getting kicked out.
Right. But I think part of it too is that you have to consider one. Dominic is a Mysterio. The Mysterios actually, like, it wasn't like they gave it to some random dude.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Like All Ego got it from NXT or some nonsense, right? And they gave it to someone whose family is luchador, royalty. They gave it to someone who is literally building a legacy, whether or not he has the in-ring capability, which we can discuss at a later point. But he has grown. I can say that much for him.
Yeah,
he has grown. But right now, WWE sees that there's a market. The market needs to be built, and you build that market by establishing names there or making their names recognizable. So in order to cross-brand like they did with TNA, and they gave back the women's title, they're using the title now to build up a trick part 3 for the belt at NXT, if anybody's paying attention to that.
Right.
But they're using the names to cross-promote all the brands they're working with right now because those brands need, and I will say it again, need to be elevated, right? AAA has been a thing for how long? And yet their version of WrestleMania is only in one country. And why I say that is WrestleMania has been, and we'll get to that later, in America and America only, but that's not where it's been viewed, seen, watched, or cared about. Right. Even people who don't watch wrestling may watch WrestleMania. The same way that people who don't watch football may watch the Super Bowl, right? AAA has a WrestleMania, and it should be viewed. So can we at least grow it within the wrestling fan base? Sure, by throwing in WWE names. Can we do the same thing
not
for TNA? But
not only that they throwing in a name, they throwing in a story where this guy is saying he was the best Lucha Libre person than his father. Right. So the story alone fits in that wrestling era. And with AAA trying to expand their storyline and everything, that was the perfect story for it. So forget about that they throw in a WWE person. This is the only time I can say, no, it fits.
No, they made it work.
Like everything else that they've been putting their nose in, and then they throw a WWE star. I'm like, really? Giving them the belt? That's kind of dumb. You can throw them in there without taking the person's belt. But this one, it had to be because he'd been complaining way before they even thought about it. Or maybe this was a long-term idea of theirs of, let's make this story in case we get into AAA, we can throw you in. Maybe it was a long-term thing. I don't know, but it does fit. So
now we have our first Mega Intercontinental champion.
Well, he's going to be a 2-belt for a little bit because AJ Styles is going to take it. So
it don't matter how long. Because look, Stephanie Vaquer had that belt for a week before she was just like, all right, somebody else can have it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got 2 belts. You got 2 belts. That's it. You did what no one else could.
Yeah.
And everybody's going to have a reign like Becky.
But he has, help from the 3 American Grande. Well, no, American Grande 1, 2, and 3, they called them.
See? El Grande Americano.
Now, I know who's 2 of them. I'm thinking Dunce and who's that guy's name? What's his name?
Walter's subordinate. Yeah.
That's this guy's
Pizza Face. I don't remember his name because I always call him Pizza Face.
The one that goes out with Tiffy.
Goes out with Tiffy?
Yeah, the one that was what's the champion?
That's gonna be a funny.
What was the old
baby.
champion's name? You just said it too.
Gunther's
partner. Yeah, he goes out with Tiffany in real life.
And the other guy is what?
And T. Dunn's, what's his name?
T.J. Dunham?
I think that's him.
Huh.
I think that's the middle one, the number 2. The little one, number 3. I don't know.
Back?
I don't know.
When is Gable coming back?
Well, Gable's hurt for like almost 6 months to a year of rehab. So it could be quick.
I want him back, man. I want him back.
But I know the 2. Well, I know the one, the tall guy. Definitely, that's him. Matter of fact, on Raw, he even showed who he was because he did a high five like that.
Yeah.
And that's how he used to do the high five. And then he stood like this. Now, so you automatically know him. And then they show Dunn in the back. Like he's supposed to be a trainer now and everything. So maybe they showing him in the back so you can think now he's a trainer, but that's really I don't know. There's something about him that just makes me think him. The third one, I was even freezing it, pausing, trying to get an eyeglass or something. But if you guys know who it is or think you know who it is, let us know because I'm trying to figure that out. Because who in wrestling is not wrestling that's that small besides Rey Mysterio. But I don't think Rey Mysterio will do that.
He's definitely not doing that. The guy's not as pudgy either.
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio got pudgy.
Yeah, so I know, right? Speaking of Rey Mysterio, his daughter has been caught
at
training.
The Performance Center, yeah.
So maybe she's fine now. Seen her?
I haven't seen her recently, but
she's pretty.
I wouldn't be surprised because they're also talking about I don't know if you follow too much NXT, but Lola Vice.
Oh yes,
they're saying that her sister might be up next.
So we don't know what's going on, but a lot of the people are training their siblings and their kids because they want to go, step down, but they want someone else to rise up. So now, if she comes back, is Rey Mysterio Dominic Mysterio gonna make his own fashion?
I think
because that's what it looks like. He's pushing away from them.
It looks like it, but I feel like Dominic is cool with the group when they're on WWE platforms, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the stuff that deals with Mexico is where he gets his sidekicks all the time. I don't know if the rest of them realize that. Like he's like, hey, this is just Spanish stuff.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I think that's the only thing about the vibe I've caught this whole time is he's kind of just like, yo, it's family business. And he's handling it himself.
Well, that's why he keeps telling them, But at the same time, he has a grande coming, and helping him. So they're wondering what is going on there.
Well, he's true when he's a true American. He's just Mexican American.
Just Mexican American. That's it.
From the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah. So
sorry, America.
America. So we don't know what's going on there, but it's going to be a whole trip. But AJ Styles is in the middle of it.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
And people don't realize this is almost AJ Styles' last run.
People know. People are hoping that Cena, AJ,
one more time.
One more time. They were talking about
at least a tag team together.
They were talking about possibly. This is funny. Shawn Michaels was considering if I ever come out of retirement, it'll be to do one last with AJ.
No.
He said that recently.
Hey, speaking of Shawn Michaels, and having issues with Triple H on NXT. Triple H wants to come back. Shawn Michaels was like, Well, it's all role play, guys. It's all, part of the story. So I don't want to make it look like he's trying to really come in. But they're trying to I guess now he's doing Vince McMahon, want to put himself in stories now.
Yes, as he should have always done.
Triple H needs to.
Well, they low key were like alluding to it when they were starting the John Cena run,
right?
And then they never built off of it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Like,
but I really think this would be a kind of a funny thing, like stay your grounds, and then because Survivor Series is coming, so maybe he's like, you know what, I'm gonna get my guys, and you get your guys. And if I win, I take over NXT. And if you win, you stay with NXT. Maybe it could be something like that.
Maybe. All I know is the only War Games I wanted to see was Bloodline Part 2. And if they do anything other than Bloodline Part 2, now that the werewolf has people on his level, I'm not going to be happy with it. I don't care. I'll watch 3 or 4 War Games as long as that is one of them.
And when is he coming back?
He deserves a break.
When is he coming back? It's like... with Roman Reigns, I already knew he was going to get hurt and leave because that's his, his whole MO. He comes out, spreads a little thing, have a little WrestleMania type of pay-per-view fight, gets hurt, takes a vacation, comes back.
But Roman has that built in because of his health.
Yeah, but why get hurt? You know what I'm saying? Like
he was a workhorse, right? Yes. He was for a while, and that's when they were like doing all the trash talk with John Cena. But after his cancer thing, you see that he's been taking a lot more time for family.
He had another kid too. So
exactly. So my dude, like he has it built in the contract. And what's the only way to explain a wrestler not showing up in the middle of all this family feud?
Yeah, So it's gonna be a good one.
And they're building the Usos.
Because you got the Usos are going to be built back up. Now, I don't know if they're building them up again, which, okay, you keep building them up, but you're always having them fight.
Yeah.
And, the big brother, the 1 minute older brother.
Yo.
That always makes me laugh. So but he's always in the middle of trying to be, the bearer, like, hey, no. But L.A. did cross the line right there.
No, he didn't.
Right in front of his brother. Now he put his brother on the spot.
Well, they only had a one night only.
No, like
they only had a one night only. They're not
like LA Knight just gave a Instagram and said, "Now we're even."
Yes.
Are they?
Yes.
Not with Jay's ego.
No, but Jay.
I don't think they
spared him for no reason. Like.
What do you mean? For no reason? That was a reason.
No, there wasn't a reason. Look,
he needed him to stop saying yeah. So I don't like
the 3 of y'all fought those 3 guys, right? And at the end of it, you were getting your butt beat for defending your brother, and he came with a chair and saved you, right? Now, whether or not you mad at him for getting your brother involved in the first place, that's not his fault. Your brother went out there, so you sparing him just cause after he just chaired the 3 guys who were stomping on you. Whatever, right? Whatever stupid nonsense you have. But after you speared him, he's allowed to hit you with his finisher. Now,
that spear was to tell him, stop messing with me, and now let's keep it going. He wasn't messing with him. Yeah, he was. With the stuff, he was bothering him.
The whole audience.
And he came in and he kept putting his nose where it doesn't belong.
His nose is going straight for the bronze. Always for the bronze, always for the vision.
It's going to be him and LA is going to take it all. And it's going to be fighting back and forth. And the only one that's going to take it is the 1 word, 4 letters. That's all I got to say. Ain't no yeah.
You don't even say it.
No, I don't have to say it because the crowd right there, our viewers just are saying it. They right now, that guy right there in the couch is like, yeah.
I could do this and say yeah.
Nah, we ain't doing no yeah.
You just did it.
We'll do like the Spanish guy. No.
No, that's Brian.
That's Brian?
White.
Brian
Daniels.
Remember Brian did the, no. And then C, then the Spanish C came out. Oh my God. Okay. But anyway, we were a little flashback right there. And we would have had the budget. It would have been like, blue.
Oh God.
Like the Scooby-Doo flashbacks. No, but we have a couple of good things coming with with NXT. They're trying to push up Trick Williams back up again.
I love that.
I'm
not too thrilled about the homecoming though.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something missing with this, and
the 3-way fight with the ladies. I enjoy the effort, but like one team just seems too heavily favored to win, and if they don't, how are you screwing them over?
Yeah, that's
okay,
true.
right? Like how is a team with Rhea Ripley, Stephanie Vicaire, and the WWE Women's Champion going to lose to the NXT Champion and her 2 lackeys who can't even win a tag team title opportunity?
Yeah,
right. Doesn't make any sense
by cheating. And if you're not cheating, you're not winning.
How are you going to screw them over? I'm just each one of them has taken that group. Well, 2 out of the 3 of them have taken that group down on their own.
See, I'm sorry, you just lost me when you said, "How am I going to screw over six pretty beautiful?" But anyway,
can't with you.
No, but it is going to be. Maybe they'll bring a 4th person.
Maybe. Then they're also that night. I think they're also wasting part of the evening with a conversation.
Yeah.
Like, why are people talking? It's supposed to be the 5-year return.
I think I know what's going to happen. Nia Jax comes in, and since she don't like Rhea and don't like the champion, there you go. Nia Jax come in. She just came in on
that's true.
That's
true.
So remember you said it on the last episode that she just can go wherever she want and do whatever she want to do.
It's true. Nia Jax just has that role to do the Nia Jax stuff.
So you don't know. Nia Jax maybe makes them lose the fight, and then they bring it back to WWE, and maybe Nia Jax is the 4th person there.
Yeah.
And if it does happen, it's going to be a big pop because,
True.
For some reason, she gives big pops, no matter if she's not a
because
heck of a
all
wrestler.
That thigh.
Yeah. Now, Rhea, a little more weight back, okay? Because you're getting you're losing too much.
Yes.
You're losing a little too much. You even lost your booty.
She made Drake call her his muse. So
yeah. And then Nia is losing a little bit of weight. That's
okay.
She still got it.
She can take it off.
But it helps her in the her matches too. So I noticed that she doesn't get too tired so quickly now.
That's true.
So and she's getting better. She's getting better, even with the bomb that she does. I noticed she does it a little softer to the people, and she's getting used to how to stop herself. But she is, the true annihilator, I guess.
True, very true.
So her and Rhea can basically, if Rhea was a heel, she would probably done the same thing, go everywhere and just beat up people just for the heck of it.
Rhea can be a heel when she wants to be. She was a heel for a while, and she didn't do that as randomly.
Well, because she wasn't a heel to everybody. She was a heel on paper.
Judgment Day was a whole heel stable.
Yeah, but not her. For some reason, she was like Eddie Guerrero's and all of them. You know what I mean? They can go both ways.
She was definitely a heel. It's just that people like her.
Yeah, that's true.
That is the only thing. It's like Randy Orton, right? He is definitely a heel.
Yes,
but people like Kevin Owens, a heel, but people like him.
You know why? I think it started off with Stone Cold. He was one of those heels that people like. I want to do what he does. I want to curse out my bosses. I don't care for stupid people.
But you see,
and that's why these guys do good on that.
I feel like Stone Cold was more of an Avenger, like Black Crow Sting. I never really thought of him as a heel, even when he was, because he just always seemed like that type of person who was like just trying to screw over whoever's at the top because they don't need it.
Yeah. He was like the Punisher.
Yeah.
The Punisher don't care. Listen, you don't even tell me who I'm going to kill. He's no good. I'm going to kill him. That's it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But guys like that, like you said, Randy Orton, Owen, and things, people like that always are good because they can play both parts.
Yeah.
So,
I don't feel Damian Priest. He's tried it.
Damian Priest, he can't. You got to be a heel or face. He can't. He's not an in between person.
He can't run the line.
So and I think he does better as a face. That when he gets mad, he becomes a heel. in the ring.
I think so. I feel like that's always works better for him. But he came into WWE initially as a heel.
Right.
And I think that's why they keep trying to put him in that direction. But I feel like people take to him as a like. I think his best run with the audience, not to say his best run as a wrestler, but his best run with the audience was when he was helping out Bad Bunny.
Yeah, that's true.
People were
because that's when he changed into
a face for the first time in a long time.
But his heel was more like selfish, like a self-centered heel. It wasn't like a heel like I hate everybody. Maybe that's why it didn't really work. You know what I mean? Like it was more self-centered. It was me type of heel versus I'm the best. You know, like all heels think they the best.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes him even more of a heel. He was more like, like self-centered. And I don't know, there was just something about his heel run I didn't like. But like you said, yeah, with Bad Bunny, it pushed him up there as well. So let's see. But now we're getting to this Wrestlepalooza thing where there's another word that
isn't that an old like main event type thing?
Yeah, but every time AEW comes out with a new name, WrestleMania, WWE wants to bring back an old one or make a new one.
Oh,
but
I
anyway,
think in this case it's just because of the ESPN deal.
Yeah, to give them their own type of thing.
Their first exclusive.
We have, of course, the talk of the town, AJ Lee coming back and
thank God.
Doing all the stuff she used to do. And she didn't really change. But when they do the close-up, you can tell that she's a little older. She aged, but she's still...
In great
shape.
That's
wine. That's wine right there. She's perfect wine.
What was it the other night? She was talking about being a Puerto Rican from New Jersey, so she shanks people. She can't help it. I was done. I was so done.
I was laughing. She was like, well, you know, and also I'm a Puerto Rican from New Jersey, so I just shank people.
You can't predict what I'm gonna do. I can't help it.
I can't help it. But that's how she was. She was one of those
erratic.
Like she'll smile and then all of a sudden, bam, you know, she set the stage for people like, you know, anyone that
Bailey is copying her right now.
Yeah.
That's it. Point blank, period.
Bailey is losing it. She's losing it. She was in the room talking to herself, and then when you open the door, she's just sitting there like, But Bailey was always that type of person, which they did a good job by bringing all her little hugs and her all this together that she doesn't know who she wants to be.
The girl from the Wyatt Six.
Yes.
Nikki
Cross, right?
Yeah. She's another one that's always
that she was. And that was set the stage. To me, was AJ setting the stage for crazy. No, not even.
It's before AJ.
Holly.
Holly?
Don't forget about her, because she was a little out there.
Yeah.
So it set the stage for all these people to do these things, which the females can do it way better. To me, you know, that flipping the stage. Besides Randy Orton.
Yeah, because I'm talking about voices in your head.
Yeah, besides Randy Orton, you know, but he doesn't like.
He doesn't go as far
as dumb, right? You know.
No, he definitely does sometimes when he starts doing the like. Hear him.
Yeah. When he's trying to fight the evil side. Yeah. So
sometimes.
Yeah, but he's the only one I can see that did something like that.
You had the whole before he passed away, Bray Wyatt was doing it.
But Bray Wyatt was just that evil side when he did the, you know, when he did Bray it right.
That's what I'm saying. He had that split personality. I think there was a point,
but not in the ring though. When he came out, it was pure.
No, you remember he had two different forms. When he would have the face, and the other one when he would turn.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So Bray had the demon. Finn Balor had his own demon, but that was only in ring.
Finn Balor did his iconic entrance. So is he coming back with the demon?
We'll see.
He just did his, and everybody was like shocked, like, and I was shocked. So let's go. Let's see what's going on.
I think people have been asking for the demon for a while. I was hoping that it was leading up to him coming to Homecoming with the demon.
Yeah, because he brought a little demon into Triple A. That little. So maybe little by little, you know, he's gonna bring it. But you know,
talk about somebody who needs to get back into that title contention, because Drew McIntyre getting back in this nonsense, and somebody who beat Seth Rollins for the belt that Seth now has, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They always throw him in only when no one else is there, and I'm like, why? When Finn Balor had one of the greatest rides, if it wasn't for his injury, I think he would have had at least a 6-month championship reign.
Yeah. Maybe even longer, because, you know, with the whole entrance was bringing him up.
It was everything with that. And then you had the demon thing to work with and all that. I mean, you hadn't had a demon look that good since the Boogeyman.
Yeah. coming to get you.
With all the shakes looking like he has a seizure.
Yeah. So and the Sheikh, the wolf, he said that he does it for him and his uncle.
Yeah.
So because they were part of it, and his uncle took it. Basically, they were all friends. So I didn't know that the real character of the boogeyman was friends with that family.
Yeah.
So they was like, that's why they were all doing the shakes and stuff like that. And you know, because I've been watching videos of the family, and I even found out that one of the iconic Uso video when on Christmas that they came out wasn't even Jimmy or Jay. It was the oldest brother that no one even knows about or talk about. He looks like them. And Jay was saying on the interview, he was even jealous that all three of them were backstage and Vince picked him to go with Santa.
That's crazy.
And he's not even a wrestler. He never wants to be a wrestler. He never, you know, but.
Why not?
So it's a little backstories, and I like how WWE is letting them speak now more on interviews and stuff. So
I think that's probably been the best part of that like veil that they tried to keep up for so long and the internet broke down, is that now people are able to separate the character from the person and can enjoy like you can enjoy because I also think this generation is very slow, right? So like it's really rare that you find someone that in today's era, like MJF, who goes as far as to stay a bad guy even off camera so that way you believe his character, because the audience now is able to differentiate due to all the backstage stuff that like WWE has been putting out. Like, hey, Joseph is a good guy. Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, is an a-hole. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's been helping people because there are times, you know, these guys are getting death threats from folks. Like, how could you do that to your tag team partner? Like,
you could imagine Rey Mysterio and Dominic doing this story back in the 80s when they thought that they were real.
They would have been, it would have been Crash Out City.
Because those, you couldn't tell them the storyline was not real.
Remember when Eddie was trying to become Dominic's dad and they were like, oh my God, how could you do that? This and I'm just like,
everywhere I went to, they was like, yo, I think that's his real dad. And the guys, that's why they call it the man soap opera, because everybody used to be out there. No, that's Eddie's son. Look at, he looks like him. Like all of a sudden, he looked like him.
When Kurt Angle had the adopted kid.
Oh yes.
That was yo.
Which now he's backstage.
Like backstage, right? I was just like, look, this is great because I've always said to people like wrestling isn't fake, it's scripted, right?
Yeah, it's a show. It's a series.
But that does. But no, because the reason it's fake. It's fake. It's not fake because these guys every night are putting their bodies actually on the line. They're performing those stunts. They're taking those risks. That's why people do get actually hurt sometimes. Right. We've had people
just
die
like in the Marvel the Marvel movies. It's fake.
But it's scripted, and for that, it's been the greatest soap opera on TV for 40 some odd years.
Yes. So
hands down.
So it's good, but we
take
do
down all my children.
No, right. We do have the mixed tag team, and I don't know, Becky Lynch. She's funny, when she sticks to one line, which is, I'm the best, and I'm not the only one that says that. Yeah. Everyone says that. She says it so many times, and some people online was like, oh my gosh, she doesn't know what else to say. You don't understand that Becky Lynch is trying to be so sarcastic and annoying that she wants to keep throwing it in there. Yeah. And it helps.
Because you're annoyed.
Yeah. So that's her annoying part. But, I was watching Becky's Lynch waves from then to now, and I'm like,
here in New York.
I was like, wait a minute, I don't really think Becky Lynch would have been a big person if Nia would have not knocked her ass out, broke her nose.
I can't agree with that.
Right?
I can't agree with that
because that when she really pushed up more. You know what I mean?
Becky was able to turn that moment.
That's what I'm saying.
Into something, but Becky was on the rise to being a fan favorite version of Charlotte. But long before that.
Faster than she did after she broke her nose? Maybe not.
We can argue that that Nia incident helped speed it up because she's coming cut back from that. But, I mean, if you just look at her, more so than even Charlotte, right? Charlotte kind of just got a crazy push from being a Flair, right?
Right.
And people say now that maybe she's more smooth in ring. I still see the awkwardness, but she's definitely come a long way from where she was when they were building the Charlotte Flair name.
Oh my God, Charlotte Flair right now, Now, for some, you ever seen these beautiful girls, and then when they do something stupid, they ugly. You're like, oh my God. Charlotte Flair went from ugly, like I'm now looking at her like she's pretty because of her character. Like her character's funny.
She's still ugly.
No, I'm just saying. Well, she did look kind of good on that cowboy outfit.
Too much surgery.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
I'm just
better than the Instagram models.
We've seen her naked, and no, it's not.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So
I was trying to help you. Yeah, I was trying to help you.
You seem like a dope person.
But I like her character now.
Look too much like your daddy.
Being with this girl, it opened a different side of her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I think she's able to be more personable now, which is great for something because she's always come across as cold, which was part of being the queen. But I get it, right?
Right.
But Becky was definitely on her way, because the same way, look at Bayley. Did Bayley have a single match that you think led to Bayley being Bayley? No. Bayley had some back and forth with Mercedes Moné.
Yeah.
Right? But Sasha Banks and Bayley came up together. Who else came up with them? The other two.
Because remember, it was the four horsemen.
Right.
Four horsewomen.
And Becky really launched herself on NXT. Her time in NXT is the catapult that creates the Becky Lynch you see now. The business saw how much she could carry an entire brand on her back. And she did that at one point with Sasha and Bayley there. When any one of them held that belt, no one was disappointed. You get what I'm saying? Charlotte can hold the belt and fans not be happy, but she's undeniable.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But the other three they had crowd appeal. They had in-ring appeal. I remember when Bayley won her first belt, and people were like, oh my God. And Bayley has had a Chris Jericho career where people haven't noticed, or actually know it more than Jericho, I would say The Miz, because Jericho still was a mic king. The Miz is a multi-champion, like one of the few
underrated multi-champion.
Yeah, he's an underrated multi-champion who's held just about every title that's in WWE currently.
Yeah.
And that's with added in titles. He's won almost every title that there is currently. And
he's a two-time
world heavyweight.
Yep.
Lord knows how many intercontinental United States
tag teams
on both SmackDown.
European, yeah, he won them all.
You know what I'm saying? He's won just about everything. I think didn't he win something on NXT too? All I'm saying is The Miz has had so many titles and so many accolades with little recognition, and I feel like that's kind of been Bayley's career.
Yeah.
Right? Where she's done everything, but people low-key sleep on the fact that she's done everything.
Yeah.
Where Becky was able to do as much as Bayley, but get the crowd hype.
Because Bayley's going to win the belt again, because she wins the belt every time she brings a different character. So
it seems like it.
So she might have to win the belt again. But with Becky and her husband, they are too annoying.
They are great.
They're so great. Annoying.
Them fighting out the ring. I gotta admit, I did not expect her running back in that ring because she seemed legitimately mad at him.
Yeah. It was
great.
Remember, they are both. Like he says, I have a plan. You know what I mean? So he kept putting that in everybody's head. I have a plan. You know, even when they was like, oh, but these guys are not going to come out. He was like, I don't need them. I got a plan. You know, so he always has a plan. There it goes, another plan by the couple.
Yeah, because he straight told AJ, I can't predict you, but I can read him, and he set him up.
He set him up.
I was like, look at that. I was hoping they would get their lick back because I wouldn't want to see AJ and CM Punk beat them down every week and then win at Wrestlepalooza.
Yeah. But now here's the thing that I was thinking. She came back. She's not supposed to lose to her first match back. But since WWE still has a little ego and thing about CM Punk leaving and her leaving because she wants to be with her husband, they might be like, you can come back, but you're losing your first match.
I'm okay with that. You know what? I am actually really happy with the fact that when a lot of these guys return, they don't just hand them a belt.
Right.
Like even Cena, right? They didn't just hand him the belt as soon as he came back.
Yeah, and they didn't let him keep it until the end.
Right. They say, here, we got to give you that title so we can do all that bragging.
Right. And then now let's do some of the stories that you never got to finish.
Right. So, I like what they did with a lot of the returns. Even Punk gone on his way to win the belt and all that, and Rollins screwing everybody. They did it so well. Because Punk was trying to get that title for 2-3 years.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. Him and Cody were going back and forth, and Cody had the forever run.
But I know that had to be the deal. We can take you back, but you're not going to get the belt right away. We're still a little pissed at what you did.
And I think Because, I think it was less about Punk just leaving, because the back and forth with Vince was very personal.
Right.
It was the talking he did about the company.
Right.
So even with Vince no longer there's still a lot of other people with clout that...
Yeah, but him and Vince, crushed it, because that's why he had the little podcast before everybody now in wrestling has a podcast, but he had a little talk show. He was in the back because they squashed it. Then in the middle of Vince making the deals, he got lost in the sauce there.
Right.
So, but now he came back for good.
Yeah, well, I'm just glad that we get to see both him and AJ towards they're both not the youngest, right? So they're doing the ending of their wrestling careers, and they get to do it at home.
Right.
If they so choose, because Punk next week can just be like, well, let's go to TNA. Let's go to this, right?
Yep. That's why I think they're more afraid of giving him the belt.
Yeah.
So, but let's get to another match that's not even here. But you were just saying how they're getting older, so they might be leaving, and I think now they trying to concentrate on that, which is Tiffany, Jade, EO. They trying to push these to take the next generation at the same time. But
did you know Kairi Sane was like 38?
No, I didn't even know that. I found that out 2 weeks ago when me and my son were looking, and I'm like, what?
And she still looks that young? I mean, Asuka's over 40 and looks young, and I already knew that. That still blows my mind. But I literally thought Kairi Sane was like 28. Like EO was like 30.
I was
like, oh, snap.
What they say, the Asians don't raisin?
Yeah.
So, but you have this Tiffy time where people are saying that they screwed the Storm again.
Yes.
But it worked in the thing because they want to get them. But now Tiffy's hurt.
Good.
So, and I think that means the Storm gets the belt.
Good. Look, I
want her to get the belt already.
I don't think if you watch her in ring, see, her and Obafemi are two people I don't want as champion.
Who, Tiffy?
No, the Storm.
The Storm? Why not?
Look at her in ring. Let me put it to you this way: you can tell that she didn't grow up in the performance center.
Oh, you were looking at her performance. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was thinking something else.
Oh no, she's an attractive lady. Yeah, even though she's very muscular, she's still.
I can tell you this much: she's the first built woman that I liked ever.
Bianca Belair.
Ever.
You didn't like Bianca Belair?
No, but she's not like this one. This one,
this one is super jacked.
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm saying.
Said built. Bianca.
But I was talking about like a bodybuilder.
Bianca got abs.
Yeah. But Bianca, when she was wearing clothes, she didn't look like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and she got, well, let's say abs, but I'll just change the last letters.
All right.
I'll just change the last letters.
Montez, I know his address, bro.
No, but she was. But I'm talking about like a bodybuilder that came in as a bodybuilder.
Well, technically Alexa Bliss then.
Alexa Bliss was.
No, she was. She was actually into that.
Yeah, that's what she didn't. She didn't really look like a body because even China. Oh my goodness gracious, she was mad ugly when she first came.
That's true. China was, but she aged well.
Yeah, well, once her muscles went away and everything. But her being like a bodybuilder like that, I was like, damn.
Yeah, no. Alexa Bliss was doing the bodybuilding circuit and stuff like that.
Yeah.
She just not. I don't think she ever got overly jacked like that, but yeah, she was into fitness and competitions and stuff like that. Technically, Alexa Bliss would be.
And speaking of EST, she needs to have you up.
Word.
She needs to have you up. We need her back.
So here's the thing, right? So Oba and the Storm, they are just power, and not even in an impressive way. Like Oba's just a big dude who power bomb. That's it. Like that's it. That's his one move, right? You watch an
Does he even run?
What? That's what I'm saying.
Now that you think about it,
Femi match, and I don't even think he can pull off a clothesline from hell. You get what I'm
like,
saying?
wait a minute. I've just realized that even his entrance is slow.
JBL is probably the most lethargic big man I can think of where it still kind of worked for me.
Right.
Because I thought the Big Show was more athletic than him, and he was flipping at stuff at first. And even when he got big, he still could move.
Well, don't forget about the tugboat. For a big man, he
True.
And he used to jump off the top rope.
True. No, but I'm not saying there aren't big men because
no.
Right?
Yeah. Oh no, you can go down the list.
I'm talking about like someone who was big but they looked slow, and it's like JBL did not look like he would have been the wrestling god. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
After his ABA days and he was the cowboy guy, it could have went all the way left with his physique, but he has his in-ring capability made it work. Obafemi is the opposite. He has the physique of a wrestler, but look at him in ring, and it's the same complaints they have about Montez Ford's partner, where like he has 3 moves, or Roman Reigns when he just had the speed.
No,
he really Obafemi really has like 3 moves. How is he the guy in NXT right now with Trick Williams, Jovan Evans, All Ego, Ricky Saints, right? That holds the belt just because he's big? Doesn't make any sense. Then,
well, technically, like he's a big man. A skinny guy can't beat him. You know that's
not true.
Still,
that's not true.
Rey
Mysterio beat roided up Batista. Period.
Yeah. Well, no, but didn't he got beat by the youngest?
The young OG beat him, but he didn't beat him for the belt.
Yeah.
They keep letting Oba keep that. It makes no sense. So for Storm, watch her in ring, right? There's a lot of sloppiness still in ring. She wrestles like she's still in AEW, and you can see it, right? And I don't say this about every AEW wrestler.
Did she even wrestle in AEW?
She did. She won their belt.
Yeah, I know. But those were quick kind of. Those were like
Goldberg matches.
But
that's my point. She's very limited in a roster where even Tiffy, I don't like her that much. But
at
she
least
shows more athleticism, right? You have a lot of other women in that locker room. I'm not even a huge fan of Johnny Gargano's wife, but she has a wider move set, more capability. You know, they gave her the speed title. There are more women in that locker room, more deserving on the performances that they can output, rather than someone who looks as good as she looks, because she does look good, and can just stand there and hold somebody up. Because Bianca can do that, but Bianca has a whole entire character in ring.
Yeah.
Right, and just because Bianca's out doesn't mean she should get it. So I see that she's developing, and that's great, right? I think she's someone that needed an NXT run, not to go straight main roster, because she needs the performance center time.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't give her the belt, and she's still learning. Why do you think they haven't given Domino a world heavyweight title? At first, they had to get, in order to make sure that whole team had a belt, they had to give him an NXT title just for you to believe.
Yep.
That's my point.
But you were just saying something that just dawned on me. We were talking about EST. She needs to hurry up and come back. This would be the perfect time to give the Storm the belt, because when the EST come back, now they can put them.
And I'm not going to believe that the Storm is her real competition. The one thing she has over everybody else is being strength. So now you're going to put somebody.
Yeah, but now you got 2 people with strength, but one that has a little bit of an edge. EST has a little.
It's not a little bit of an edge. That's my point. It's not a contest. I feel like her fighting Nia Jax is more of a fight than her fighting Bianca Belair, because Nia has 4 moves because she's a big girl that just needs to sit on you. No,
but with EST is not only the move set, it's the egos that they both have together, that they don't really like each other. That'd be a perfect story right there.
They don't have any egos against each other right now.
Make it.
Nah, man.
Make one. Because they broke up as a tag team, and the last time she looked at her, she just looked at her up and down and kept on walking.
Because she wasn't turning on Naomi yet.
That's a fight move in the street.
Because she wasn't turning on Naomi yet. That's why they were fighting.
Oh, I don't know. But they need to figure it out, because it's one of those things where when you put EST versus the Storm, it's gonna be rain, storming, thunder all over the place.
No, it's gonna be.
Put the hand up.
No.
Come on, man.
Not doing that.
Oh, man.
Not doing that.
Anyway.
You would have done better giving me a long extension.
But anyway, let's go with the GOAT. Who you got for the GOAT?
I want Cena to win, but I hope that they give it to Lesnar to build his future WWE run. Because
what future? He's gonna leave anyway. He's doing right now. Goldberg. He just coming in the show and then leave.
Yeah, but that's what I want. I want him to do what Taker did and just pop up for Mania, just to pick on.
John Cena needs to finish his story.
He finishes December 13th on Main Event.
He needs to finish.
That's when the story's finished.
But even though Brock Lesnar looked like he was jacked.
If Cena fought Lesnar on December 13th, that means Cena has to win. They're fighting in September, which means that Cena has at least 4 more fights.
Yeah, but then that means who else? Who else did he not finish the story with besides AJ Styles? Let's see.
They're talking about
Undertaker.
They're talking about Taker's not coming back, but they're talking about possibly doing something with Bo Dallas and the Wyatt Six, because they pop up on people out of nowhere.
Because he still has that revenge versus his brother.
He still needs one more with Reigns, I think.
He can do without that.
I would love to watch that.
The Reigns and him? I don't know.
Yeah, man, because the Tribal Chief only show up every now and again too.
Yeah, that's true.
And now,
so it'll be something like when he fought The Rock.
Well, you remember where's Roman right now?
Sitting down making a movie.
Exactly.
So yeah.
So what does that
like
sound
I said,
like?
it'll be something like The Rock. All right, so we got a little bit time left. Let's jump into the big and little brother, the Usos. The 1 minute apart brothers versus the
Bronsons.
What they call them? The Vision. The Vision. The dog. The dog is getting a little bit better though.
Getting better?
Yeah. The spear though, I think, I'm sorry, the dog, you need to get rid of the spear because you're making so many mistakes when you're trying to do that jump. He's trying to do that iconic spear that he did to R-Truth. That everybody was screaming because he jumped on far. Now he keeps trying, he's missing or he's going under. It's looking like not hard enough. So, but the spear anyway, Triple H banned it. Because how many people, I used to love when only a few people were able to do the spear.
I mean, Rhino had it at one point, the Gore.
Yeah.
And then you had Edge.
Maybe that's why. Maybe they just keep calling it the spear that is
I think that's what it is.
It's downgrading.
Because I remember when Edge and Rhino had a match.
Yeah, because Rhino was the Gore.
He was the spear.
And this guy was the spear. Then they had
who was the next one who really had after Edge? I don't really remember anyone having for a while until Roman.
And then Roman had it, right?
Significantly using it in WWE. I think at one point Jeff Hardy used it for a little bit.
Yeah, but that was a tribute. Yeah, that was a tribute. That was a tribute thing.
Because it was Goldberg's, but he was. I mean, Goldberg had it for a limited time WWE. But that was his
setup. That wasn't
his finisher. That's true.
Yeah, it was a setup.
But yeah, but when he hit you with that spear, you knew it was done.
Yeah, Jackhammer's coming. Boom. Jackhammer's coming.
But yeah, after really Edge was the biggest.
But even
spear.
the females now, Flair.
I mean,
did a spear,
but that's not normally her finisher either.
That's what I'm saying.
That's not normally. I mean, now more people use it the same way that more people use the frog splash, but it's not always their finisher. Yeah, that's the difference.
Just bring the tadpole back.
He still does it.
He still does it. He still does a little. Google it. I'm not even going to explain.
The tadpole. You are ridiculous for that.
That was old. That we went way back on that one.
Old. No, I think he did it at some backstage thing. They were doing a whole bunch of stuff, so they had him jump out.
Yeah,
somebody with the tadpole. You're like,
he was in an interview and thanked a couple of the wrestlers that gave him that chance to be part of it. Because he was like, you would never believe at that time. He was like, at that time we were midgets. Right. He was like that we were able to fight against like people like Big Show and all this stuff. So it
was fun. That was an era that you definitely couldn't do now.
Yeah, the clowns. Remember, they even had one midget in the clowns.
Yeah.
So it was good.
They still have those wrestling things in Mexico too.
It was Doink, Dink, and I forgot the other two's names, but yeah, they still have. Well, that clown in the AAA, I don't know, I forgot his name. That he acts like he's pulling his skin and his second mask. Yeah, looks like that is creepy. That is creepy. That's I seen them on the pay-per-view last week, and I was like, whoa, that's creepy, because he was like, and it really looked like he was peeling his skin, and the second mask was like that. But let's get to the female one, the looks versus the butt. I'm sorry. EO versus. I was thinking otherwise. I'm thinking other.
Wow, that's what you're calling them?
Yeah. Come on, EO got some good looks.
Like Stephanie doesn't?
And Stephanie got butt.
Well, EO don't, but
that's what I'm saying.
Looks was accurate, but like,
well, she got an apple.
Man, don't do that. Don't do that. I like Asian women too, but let's be real.
Yeah, she's anyway. Anyway, she needs to get the belt. She needs,
Steph?
No, EO.
She had it. She done.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Her not winning the belt actually pushes
why I want
storyline better.
No, this is what I'm saying. I'm now I have to disagree with you. her having the belt is going to make Asuka more jealous that she's going to want. And now you got that big...
Asuka's just said the other night, I'm going to get you the belt. She wants her to have the belt. She wants Team Japan to have the belt.
I think she's full of it.
She's going to be like Bailey, where you have the belt, but I run the team.
Maybe.
That's what and I'm like, I don't need that again. Now she loses the belt. She was just spazzing on Kyrie about it. And then she loses the belt. And I told you needed us. And now she's going to be like, well, you think...
That's what's gonna get Stephanie the belt. Because Asuka is going to come down and cheat and mess up Io. And they're going to have that fight.
Maybe. I just want to make sure that she gives those 10 kisses.
Yeah.
That's all I want to see.
Yeah. You know, when y'all do a fan thing and y'all want someone to do it, but I'm a person that probably do it all wrong. I'll be on my back. You know. Yeah. Anyway, that's a different type of show. But anyway, Cody maybe versus
Cody better win. I don't like the character they've developed Drew McIntyre into being for like the last year or two. He's just been a big crybaby. I want the belt. And here my thing is, you have other guys who've chased the belt, right? And when they lose the big title, they develop a storyline for them that leads to maybe another belt, that leads to maybe a tag team for a short period of time to make it so that way it feels fresh when they're back in the belt contention. McIntyre goes for the belt, loses the belt, gets pissed off. He missed the belt, fights everybody who is going for the belt next, then goes for the belt. And you're like, no.
Yeah, that's true. But this whole match, probably people watching right now is like, what? They fighting? Yeah, exactly. They fighting and no promos, no nothing, no. It's just like, what's going on?
It's been literally McIntyre calling out the belt for like weeks now.
Yeah.
That's all it's been, is McIntyre calling out the belt for weeks.
So we don't know. And Damian Priest might or might not be fighting Black. Would it be blackout for Damian Priest? I don't think so.
I like Damian Priest. I do. I really do. He's super cool. It's just... I've always been a Black Mass fan for so much longer. His NXT run was so much better.
And even the AEW run was kind of good.
He's the one person I never figured out how it didn't translate from NXT to the main roster. Because even the tag team he had with Ricochet, they were so much fun to watch. How did WWE not know how to utilize them in the division when they found a way for that speed team from NXT? I don't even remember the luchador with the blonde dude.
Yeah, I was trying to think.
And I'm like, they gave them more of a push than they ever did Black and Ricochet, and that makes no sense to me. Those two were great in ring.
Yeah. Well, let's see. If they're going to have that match, it's going to be very difficult. I just don't like the way Black wins sometimes against Damian Priest. It makes him look like he's a little child. You know? If you don't hit him with the Black Mass, then it's not going to work.
But I think that's the whole thing about, Black Mass in the first place, right? When Homeboy's wrestling, that's all you're looking out for, right? That one move.
Yep.
And that's what gets you. If you watch his NXT run, right? Because he hit so many people with that move, he had to start finishing them with rollouts, with other ways and get more creative. That's eventually what led to his team up with Ricochet.
What would be great before we leave? Priest comes out with another new move, since they both martial artists.
That's true.
That would be kind of cool, and knocks him, but don't beat him, just knocks him, that the whole crowd goes crazy because now he has a new move. But he hit him so hard that he fell out the ring and he couldn't get the pin.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Something like that. It's a whole type of new move because it's time for Damian Priest to have a new move. The only great move he has is what's that?
He has Falcon's arrows, Ragers.
Well, he don't even use the Falcon arrow. That's why the one I forgot.
No,
the Razor Edge.
He doesn't finish with the Falcon arrow anymore. He does use it. He uses the Falcon. But how are you going to use the Falcon arrow as your finisher when that's one of Seth Rollins' signatures?
True.
Right.
True.
So he uses the Falcon's arrow. He hits the Razor's Edge. He has the South of Heaven.
And then he has a new one.
Yeah.
So the light mask. The other one has the dark, and this one has the light. I don't know. Anyway.
Well, you can't say white mask because that would get you.
Yeah, that's why I didn't. He's racist. I'm married to an Asian, but anyway, and my best friend is small. No, I can't even say the small thing. No, we gotta. Anyway, this was Wrestling Talk. We're going to come back again with some more talk on the. I want to dive a little more in next week with more of AAA and Impact and stuff like that. Let's try to find out what's going on because I know Bro is in New Jersey.
He's in trouble.
He's in New Jersey, and bada boom, bada bing. He's trying to come back, and he has the belt.
Yeah,
there's a lot going on that you guys don't know.
The indies have a lot going on.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about that.
So many small promotions.
Yes, we'll see you next week. Bye.